Beneath the Earth's surface, where the ground seems alive with fire and molten rock flows like a river, lies one of the most inhospitable environments on our planet, the active volcano. It is a world of extremes, where temperatures soar, the air is thick with fumes, and the ground itself is constantly shifting. Yet, despite the seemingly insurmountable dangers, life persists. Microorganisms cling to the edges of molten streams. Birds circle above, sensing the rhythms of the land. Even humans have found ways to coexist with this raw, untamed power. Today, we journey into this extraordinary environment, exploring life inside an active volcano, to understand not just how life survives, but how it thrives in conditions that most would consider impossible. An active volcano is a place of contrasts. Rivers of molten lava carve their way through hardened rock, steam rises from vents, and ash clouds drift across blackened plains. The landscape is ever-changing, shifting with each eruption, and yet, within this chaos, patterns emerge. Temperatures near lava flows can reach over 1,200 degrees Celsius. The sheer heat transforms the surrounding rock into a barren, glowing landscape. Yet life finds niches where the heat is tempered, where the soil has cooled enough to allow hardy organisms to exist. Volcanoes emit gases like sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide, which can be lethal in high concentrations. Despite this, some microorganisms, known as extremophiles, have adapted to survive these toxic atmospheres, using the minerals in volcanic soils as energy sources. Water is scarce. Any precipitation evaporates quickly under the intense heat. Some plants and microbes have evolved to extract moisture directly from the air or from the mineral-rich volcanic rocks themselves. Life at its most basic level thrives here first. Bacteria and archaea form biofilms along lava tubes and vent edges. These microorganisms are the foundation of the volcanic ecosystem, breaking down minerals and creating conditions for more complex life forms. The first plants to colonize cooled lava are often mosses, lichens, and hardy ferns. They can survive with minimal soil and water, and over time, their decay begins to form the first layer of organic material in this otherwise sterile environment. Ironically, volcanic soil is rich in nutrients. Over centuries, the breakdown of volcanic rock creates some of the most fertile soil on Earth. This allows grasses and shrubs to eventually establish, setting the stage for more complex ecosystems. Once plant life is established, insects follow. Beetles, ants, and spiders find shelter among rocks and plants. They become crucial for pollination and for creating a food web capable of supporting larger animals. Birds often nest near volcanic regions, taking advantage of the open spaces and abundant insects. Some species have learned to navigate the smoke and steam, using thermal currents for flight and migration. Larger mammals, such as foxes, deer, and wild goats, sometimes roam the edges of active volcanoes. They are careful, aware of the unpredictable nature of eruptions, and often rely on cooler, vegetated slopes rather than the central crater. Life in volcanic regions requires adaptation. Some plants have waxy coatings to reduce moisture loss. Certain insects have developed resistance to toxic compounds. Even some birds show behavioral adaptations, avoiding the most active zones while exploiting abundant food sources nearby. Humans have lived near active volcanoes for thousands of years. In places like Mount Etna in Italy or Mount Merapi in Indonesia, communities have adapted to frequent eruptions, cultivating fertile volcanic soil and building houses that can withstand minor seismic activity. For many human communities, volcanoes are not just dangerous, they are sacred. They are often seen as gateways to the underworld or homes of gods. Rituals, festivals, and folklore have evolved around these fiery mountains, reflecting a deep respect and understanding of their power. Lava tubes, hollow tunnels formed by flowing lava, provide shelter for humans and animals alike. These natural formations offer cooler temperatures, protection from ashfall, and even stable conditions for unique ecosystems inside. Some volcanic regions feature hydrothermal vents and hot springs. These are hotbeds of life, hosting unique bacteria, algae, and invertebrates. In these small pockets, life thrives where it would otherwise be impossible, drawing energy from the earth itself. When a volcanic island emerges from the sea, it is initially sterile. Over decades, life gradually colonizes the barren landscape. Seeds carried by wind, birds, or ocean currents slowly create a lush environment from bare rock. This process, known as ecological succession, demonstrates the resilience of life. Some plants in volcanic regions are fire-adapted, meaning their seeds germinate only after exposure to heat or ash. This remarkable strategy ensures that life can take advantage of the disturbance created by eruptions. Rainwater can collect in volcanic craters, forming acidic lakes. Despite the harsh chemistry, some species of algae, insects, and amphibians survive here, often existing nowhere else on Earth. Volcanic landscapes create unique microclimates. Shaded crevices, cooled lava flows, and underground tunnels provide shelter from extreme temperatures, enabling diverse ecosystems to emerge within short distances of deadly heat. Ultimately, life inside and around an active volcano is a story of resilience. From the tiniest bacteria to human communities, each adaptation reflects an incredible capacity to endure, to flourish, and to coexist with forces far greater than themselves. Life inside an active volcano is a testament to the tenacity of existence. It reminds us that survival is not simply about comfort or safety. It is about adaptability, ingenuity, and harmony with the environment. Volcanoes are not merely destructive, they are creators of life, sculpting landscapes that support unique ecosystems, fertile soils, and human cultures rich in history and tradition. They challenge the limits of life, yet life persists, finding niches in the most unlikely of places. As we step back from the edge of these fiery mountains, we are left with a profound understanding. Resilience is not rare, it is everywhere. Even in the heat of molten rock, in the toxic gases that swirl above the crater, and in the ash-covered slopes that seem devoid of life. It is a quiet, persistent force, shaping, enduring, and thriving against all odds.